Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sibilix. I'm going to take you through a simple oil pressure gauge installation. Alright, so for $90, the Bosch oil pressure gauge has a 0 to 90 psi range with a 90-degree sweep. It has an electrical sweep mechanism with an air core motor. This dial is 2-inch in diameter, and it has a 2 and 16-inch opening for your panel fitting. It comes with the electrical pressure sender. This wiring harness easily disconnects, and the dial is illuminated for your night driving. So this is a simple setup that I've just illustrated for you to make it simpler for your installation. You can do it yourself without any hassle. So if you're going to make use of the idiot light switch, like in our case, we need to get this adapter. It's a T adapter. So one end will connect onto the engine block. Then it will have two remaining openings. So connect the idiot light switch on the upper connection, on the upper opening. Then the remaining opening you can now connect to your sender unit. Then run an 18 gauge insulated copper wire from one end of the sender unit. It is always marked S. Do not over tighten this point, otherwise it will mess up the connection. So just have it fastened well, but do not over tighten it. Then you run the cable into the front or hood compartment where you'll be mounting your gauge, and connect that point to the S location on the gauge. It's always the upper top connection point, and is marked with the letter S. Then run another insulated copper cable, 18 gauge, from the positive side onto your fuse box at a connection where you'll have the start on or accessory, so that you don't have your gauge always on and drain your battery. So that will be a good point to connect your positive wire. Then run the other side of the cable, which is a negative wire, from the negative terminal onto a good ground point, either on the fuse box or in the car body. Then you'll have remaining wire that is double wire for the instrument light, lighting for this gauge. So it will come either in white or stripe of white and a continuous blue. So the white bit run it onto the ground connection, a good ground location. Then the other positive side, run it to the same location as the start on or accessory point on the fuse box. From this point, your connection is complete. So just make sure that the gauge is securely mounted on the panel. I'll show you how to modify the panel if you're not going to purchase a mounting panel for this gauge. It's a 2-inch gauge. I'll show you how to modify the panel and probably save $10 on it. So make sure everything is secured. Then start your car. Go check for leaks in this location, see if there are any leaks over here, and then also inspect the instrument, see whether you are getting good readings. If the gauge is misbehaving, then just check your grounding, make sure that this ground is connected well, because that's what actually messes the gauge. So from that point, your gauge is connected and is ready for use. So let's go into the car and see this practically. So I already wired the oil pressure gauge, but I'm going to show you how I did it. So say you only want to do one gauge on this left panel for a right hand drive. So you can either purchase this panel to hold the gauge, or you can just modify the existing one like I did. So I just traced around it, then I cut it to fit. So I think that saved me about $10. So once you have it secured, now you need to run the wires, and I'll show you how to run the wires. Alright, so let's have a sender unit. We got this adapter to, I don't know that you can see it, to fit the block, and also the idiot light. So we ran our cable, our wire from the end of the sender, this red wire. It actually went through the harness. It came through the harness and to the trunk compartment. So the cable that runs from the sender goes to the S terminal. Then this goes to ground, which is the negative terminal on the gauge. Then this green wire goes to the positive terminal on the gauge, and it goes to, the live point on either your S start. So that's it.